It looks like Artemis 1 is actually going to happen. NASA gets ready to fly the Space Launch System in just 2 weeks. At Boca Chica, Texas, meanwhile, SpaceX executes multiple static fires, bringing a possible flight of Booster 7 and Starship 24 into focus. Reaction comes in to Astra's big announcement about its future, a future that does not include its current Rocket 3 launch vehicle. This is Space World Update for the week of August 14th, 2022. Hi, I'm Jack. Space is hard, it always has been, and it's still frustrating sometimes waiting for things to happen. People have been rolling their eyes about the Space Launch System for years as it faced one delay after the other. But after a successful green run at the Stennis Center and wringing out the bugs in 2 wet dress rehearsals at the Kennedy Space Center, NASA now says SLS and its Orion spacecraft are ready to fly the Artemis 1 mission. The rollout from the vehicle assembly building is expected this Thursday, August 18th, and the first launch attempt is expected on August 29th from Pad 39B at the Cape. In press briefings 2 weeks ago, the agency went over the plan to launch SLS, which will send the uncrewed Orion spacecraft to the moon. If successful, this mission should set the stage for the return of humans to the moon in 2024 or later on Artemis 2. And by the way, in the briefing, the head of the astronaut office, Reed Wiseman, specifically said that all 42 NASA astronauts are eligible for that and future missions, not just a smaller cadre that had been announced earlier. SpaceX has a NASA contract, of course, to create the vehicle that will land the future crew on the moon, but that depends on Starship. Starship has still not gotten off the ground, and a mishap on the launch pad several weeks ago sent Booster 7 back to the production site for repairs. But then it came back, and in this past week, it successfully fired a hot fire of a single engine, not just once, but twice. And that second burn lasted 20 seconds. And then Ship 24 did its own hot fire of 2 engines. So all this now resets expectations for SpaceX and Starship. We still don't know exactly what's going to happen, but it obviously is a little bit closer. Although SpaceX may still be facing administrative issues such as getting the necessary launch license from the Federal Aviation Administration. Meanwhile, space investors are considering an announcement that came a while ago from Astra, which has tried to establish itself as a small launcher for small satellites. But its record is uneven. Astra has gotten successfully to orbit on at least a couple of tries. Some launches, however, did not make it to orbit, and at least one launch attempt, if you remember, kind of went sideways before it went up. Some observers are speculating whether the publicly traded company could even survive. However, in a teleconference a while ago with investors, Astra made clear it has not given up yet. As a matter of fact, it will continue, even though it says its business plan is not working. What it will do is scrap its current Rocket 3 in favor of developing a larger launch vehicle called Rocket 4. That will take some time, however, and therefore it says it will be quiet for the remainder of this year and for 2023. Looking at upcoming launches this week, SpaceX returns to the Cape after recently launching Starlinks from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. That will be Starlink Group 427, launching on Friday at 3:24 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:24 UTC. That will be from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral. Please like and subscribe to this channel and tell your friends about Space World Update so we can make more for you. Until then, at Astra, we'll see you next time.